Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Listen to me now. Discipline and structure. This just came to me because I'm driving to our son's schools. Tayden got up, made the, I don't know what you call it, honor roll list, president list, or principal list. It's a list where if you get all A's and B's or something like that, or straight A's, I think he got an A-, so he on one of the lists. But as I'm riding, I look behind me and I see this mom with her son. And the son, his head just bobbing, he's sleeping, his head bobbing. Now, mind you, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, you shouldn't be that sleepy, 8 o'clock in the morning, where you knocked out in the car, your head just bobbing uncontrollably because you knocked out sleep. And he got AirPods in his ear, which, that AirPod, that 5G, just frying the brain. They've been talking about the studies on that, but these kids keep AirPods in their ear trying to look cool, but just all that radiation so close to their brain. And so that's how he's sleeping. And it just let me know. And he got meat on his bones. I can tell he got meat on his bones. So he getting to eat how he want to get to eat. He up all time of night. He probably up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, on the phone, doing what he do. Now, she driving him somewhere. I don't know if they going to school, going to work, and he knocked out, slobbing. And it just made me think about and remind me that if you raising boys, they got to have discipline and they got to have structure. Because how you raise them boys, that's how they gonna become as men. You got to have discipline, you got to have structure. My whole time in my life, my daddy, I had a curfew. I had a bedtime, I had a curfew, I had rules and regulations. I didn't get to just do what I wanted to do. Until I was 18, I had a little bit more freedom, but it'll be like, I remember, I never forget the night that I was like, hey, Daddy, can I go to the skating ring? And he just looked at me, he was like, no. I was like, why I can't go to the skating ring? He was like, I just don't. He was like, I just ain't feeling it. And stayed home that night. And I was going to the skate ring, to meet my little girlfriend at the time. And I never forgot that. And I ain't mad at him, because I'm just like, you know what? Maybe staying home that time was to make up for another time I said I was going somewhere and I went somewhere else. Went somewhere different. Or I was allowed to go out the house, but I was doing what I shouldn't have been doing. So I ain't even mad at it. I was coming home last night with my son after practice. Coach went over 20 minutes late on practice. So I say, son, my son talking to me about his eating routine right now. I say, son, keep your routine. As soon as we get home, walk in the house, plug your phone in, get in the shower, go to bed. He come in the room to ask a question to his mama about his calorie burn today. He just get obsessed with that stuff, that calorie burn and all that. I said, son, stop talking, go get in the shower, get in the bed. It hurt his feelings, because he normally a shower and he'll come in the room and say good night. He ain't say good night last night. He got in the shower, he got in the bed. But I'm just like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Be quiet, do what you was told to do, stop finding something to talk about, get in the shower, and go to bed. Because we ain't talking about no homework, we ain't talking about no deadlines, we ain't talking about nothing. You just coming up with questions. Get in the shower, go to bed. Wasn't no yelling, wasn't no cursing. So remember the 3 C's with this. You got to give your kids clarity. They got to know why they doing what they doing, what the reason why they doing what they doing. You got to give them consistency. You cannot be hot one day, cold the next day. You got to be about business. And when I say about business, I mean being strict, having a regiment, having a routine, having structure. They have to have structure. Boys got to have structure. It got to be tight. It got to be timeline. And again, your love gotta equal. Your love gotta be greater than your punishment. And so like with my son, it's like I'm tight on him, but guess what? He got all the jewelry he like, and he got, you know, all the nice shoes, nice clothes. So it's like he still get love. He still get to do things. I still find ways to reward him. I needed to drive my Sprinter the other day, and he had the audacity to ask Dad, why we don't drive Sprinter to practice no more? He loved riding that Sprinter. He value it. He understand how nice of a ride it is, and he get to ride in that Sprinter, sitting back there feeling like a king. So I'm like, listen, you ain't earned this. I earned this. So you getting driven to practice in a luxury chauffeuring vehicle as if you a CEO or you a pro athlete. So you got to earn that. So life outside of this, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be regimented. It's gonna be structured. It's not gonna be like your friends. And I guarantee you, his friends, I guarantee you at least 50% of them, probably 80%, get to stay up every night till 12, get to have their phone in their room. So think about this. What you think a 17-year-old boy gonna be doing with his phone at 11:30 at night, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, mama and daddy sleep? The worst. Googling all kind of stuff. Going in that bathroom, doing all kind of stuff. So we don't let our son take his phone in the bathroom. If he take that phone in the bathroom, he get ripped a new one. We go off on him so bad, he be, what's going on? It's like, no, you don't need no phone in no bathroom to be letting YouTube play while you're in the shower. No, you don't need constant entertainment. Leave your phone out that bathroom. And then he may like he'll go in there, you know, if he got to use the bathroom, like the phone become like the newspaper. And I get it, that's human nature. But with these boys, with these young boys, they get into other stuff, so you got to be careful. Not to say that they not gonna get into it, but you let them get into that on their own. Don't create an environment where they could get into it. Don't create something to where you fostering the stuff. Why is these people doing this? I just keep seeing people swerve. And so think about this. And again, you don't have to poke your chest out. You don't have to yell and all of that if you create structure. And see, this the thing. The hardest thing is to have structure when everything going fine. That's the hardest thing. This sister beside me stressed. She got her head on her hand already. First thing in the morning, she fed up. So last night we talking, you know, me and my son talking. He had a call yesterday with a coach, Division I Ivy League school soccer coach. He feeling good. And so we talking. He feeling good. We talking about practice and everything. And as soon as we finish talking, all right, son, now as soon as you get in the house, go put your phone up. See, a lot of times when you laughing and you keying, you really don't know if that's your son trying to get you to ease up, get you to drop your guard. And you got to be able to come right out that key. Woo! Ah! That is just hilarious. Boy, you is funny. Now, don't forget to make up your room. Don't forget to go in there and make up your bed now before we get ready to go, because we got to go in a little bit. Huh? I got to make up my bed. Mom, how you go from laughing at my joke to talking about make up my bed? Hey, it's all fun and games. Hey, but business is business, man. We got to do what we got to do. And so you got to be able to have a confident strength. You don't have to be mean. Like, you're not really an adult, and you have not really arrived until you could discipline your child, or not even discipline, but hold your child accountable in peace. See, if the only time you could get onto your child and put the hammer down, you know, create some structure, is when you angry, when you yelling, when you mad, when you snapping, when they in trouble at school, you still have to grow and mature as an adult. You got to be able to have structure all the time. Because one thing about a boy is, and this could be the same for girls now, so y'all could use some of this for girls, but I don't have girls, so I can't say. And I stay in my lane. So, but one thing about boys is they're gonna take the room that you give them, and they're gonna take a little more. They're gonna take more. So, with Tatum, he'll be on that phone all day long. All day long. It don't bother him in the least bit. So it's a lot of blue light now. I don't know how he do it, because he be on that blue light and then he be knocked out sleep. And he sleep good, and he got straight A's. I'm going to his little award thing this morning. But I don't know how he do it. But guess what? The reason why we do that with Tatum is because Tatum have to do soccer 6 to 7 days a week. Lord bless him. Oh Lord. The man done escaped the group home. He don't even the people don't even realize the man gone. They don't even realize the man that got out the group home. He to the light doing he is at the light doing a concert. He ain't got no belt. He's sagging. He is doing a full concert. Wow, Lord, keep him safe, Lord. I hope he don't jump in the street on accident. I never seen nobody really do what he doing. I don't know if that's from a prophet or a rapper. Cause the way he doing like this, and then he leaning all the way down, and he winding it back up. So I don't know if he is preaching or if he rapping. But I'm gonna have to use that when I get in the Holy Spirit. Lord bless. And he's a brother too. Unfortunately, we got us a brother out here on the street corner, and he is unsupervised. Somebody, you see the brother. Lord bless him. Somebody, and see, I used to work in a group home, and every now and then they'll sneak out. They'll be out the back door. We supposed to be watching them 24 hours a day. Every now and then they'll, you be like, hey, what's that? Hey, yeah. Then all the staff, every house, with all the houses, all the staff from all the houses got to come out, and we get on citywide search. We'll find a man 3 miles up the road walking. Like, man, what in the world are you doing? I just needed some air. I'm tired of being in there. Well, where else you going? You ain't got no job. You can't get no apartment. That little $600 check you get from the state ain't gonna pay nothing. Man, come on back to this house, man. Come on back to this house. Dinner ready. So listen, think about it. And see, that's the thing right there. Seeing that man on the street corner, that right there, that is the thing with life. Like, somebody had to raise him the rest of his life. I don't know. He might not even live in a group home. I don't know where he live at. I do not think he live on his own, but he probably live with his mom or his grandma. And he just able to, they just like, man, go on ahead, man. I can't be, because that's tiresome, man. Either it's drugs or it could be just something that he's dealing with internally. And the stuff ain't funny now. The stuff is not funny. It's like I remember kids and stuff, they'll be making fun of them and they'll be picking on stuff, but just think about the caretaker. And see, that's the thing, to where you may have a son that is special needs. You may have a son, and special needs is different, you know, it's variations and it's different levels to it. So you can have somebody that's on the spectrum and they could be high functioning. speak very well, very smart, but still just have little, attitude issues and things of that nature. You have to create structure, and you got to be able to do it in a strategic, creative way, because you know your son better than anybody. So you got to understand, you have to learn. You're going to be better and smarter than doctors. You're going to know more than doctors. You're going to be able to write a book on how to raise a son who has this or that. A son who is inaudible, a son who is deaf, a son who is bipolar or schizophrenic or on the spectrum or whatever it may be, because it's a lot of different things. So you'll be able to talk about that and write what you did, and may say, hey, this might not work for you. I'm not a doctor. This ain't, you can consult a professional, but I'm sharing in my book what I did. And so when you understand the stimuli and the reward and the processes and the structure and the tonality of your voice, the love, the experiences, getting out, seeing things. That's one thing. It's like, you may have a son who he's specially able, and he just loved the zoo. And if you willing to spend that $10 on the zoo ticket and pop up to the zoo once a week, you might mess around and have a son that become a world-renowned such and such on National Geographic. All because you fostered that love for animals that he has. And because the zoo is his reward, he now behaves in school, because he know, I'm not going to get to go to the zoo Sunday if I don't act right, or Saturday if I don't act right in school. And he might not be the world's most audible. He might not be, he may not use a full vocabulary. He may not do this or do that. But you still have to love him and be patient with him and be able to work with him and learn how he is. And see, this is the thing. It's some boys who may have something going on that won't be diagnosed. He doesn't need a diagnosis. He doesn't want a diagnosis, but it just may be a personality trait. He may be just very in his head, very analytical. He could be very obsessive. He could have OCD. You got to learn structure, relatability, how to connect. You got to learn those things. And when you take and you learn, okay, this how I connect. Y'all forgive me, I was trying to turn. Made it to the school, thought I was gonna be late. My wife told me to start 8:20, it's 8:14. My map said 8:25 when I left. But hey, God bless you. I'm gonna be giving y'all these little mixtapes every now and then when something like this get on my heart. And I know everybody don't see everything, so I'm gonna have to reiterate it sometime. But God bless you. We'll talk soon.